This is incredible. I had no idea this place was going to be this big. I didn't realize how big a factory was going to be necessary just to make some business cards. Amazing. I have a bit of a shameful secret. I don't have any business cards. Here in China, WeChat replaces what you would normally use email and phone and SMS for, and when people meet each other, they just scan a QR code on the other person's phone to add them on WeChat. And so I haven't really needed business cards. But now that I'm traveling other places, whenever someone hands me a business card, I always sort of have to embarrassingly say and apologize, I'm sorry, I don't have any cards. I'm headed to the US in July for a bunch of conferences, VidCon, LTX, DEF CON, and I'm determined to have business cards this time. But I don't want any old boring business cards. I want something cool. And so I was thinking maybe I'll do like PCB business cards. But I've seen a lot of those over the years, and I don't know, it just feels kind of stale. And then I came across something cool. Let me show you. I found these. This is a stainless steel business card. This is for Mash, a defunct gourmet burger place here in Shenzhen, RIP Mash. But it's super thick, and it's got this textured bit here and etched, and it just feels really good, and it's stiff and solid. And I want to make some of my own just like this. And I'd like to go see how they're made, because I have a feeling it's really cool. But I got to do the design first. And I'm not a graphic designer, so we'll see how this goes. This sucks. I just realized I totally forgot about the WeChat QR code. I totally need that. Otherwise, this thing is totally useless here in China. Where am I going to put it? Maybe on the back? Amazingly, that still seems to scan. I guess there's enough error correction that you can cover up part of the center of the QR code, and there's still enough data there that it can recover to go to the right place. Pretty amazing. This work? I can't believe that works, but it kind of looks like crap. All right, well, I have something I don't entirely hate. The real ones obviously have my name and my full email. I get enough email as is, so I'm not gonna include it here in the video. I guess all that's left is to send this off to the factory. I just got a WeChat message from the factory. They said they're running my cards this morning and that I should come out to the factory if I want to see how they're made. So I don't really think this factory gets many foreign customers. We found them on Taobao and messaged them, and they make business cards, and they said, hey, come on by and take a look. But I don't really know that they know what to expect, and I guess I don't either. These are all samples here. I didn't realize they could do so many colors. I'm getting all these ideas now for what we should have done for the design, for future design ideas. Oh, okay. So it starts out as rolls here.
That's the raw material. Yeah.
Comes in as this.
Yeah. So those in the roll are the thin ones.
The thick ones here.
The thick ones here.
As sheets. Yeah. And it looks like they've got a bunch of different materials. So normal copper, and then regular brass, and then steel here.
Yeah.
And iron.
As well,
iron. Okay. So here they take the raw material and they cut it to size. They got a guillotine for cutting.
Yeah.
All right, let's go see the next step. Just wanted to add a quick note here after the fact. Tony, who's translating for me, is a fan. He's never been to the factory before either, and we're both collectively working together to try and understand what Mr. Tong, the factory boss, is explaining to us.
So on the other side, they have pollution treatment, like to deal with this high pollution production.
Right, for the chemicals.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, got it.
But they can't do it this side because there is no one is dealing with that here.
Okay. I know it's driving everybody nuts. It's driving all the factories nuts because they keep having to move their processes around.
Yes.
But I think it'll be good in the end.
That's the when they cut.
So this is just the raw material. And then we're gonna put the mask on it. Right, okay. So this is like the mask for the etching.
Yeah,
To prevent.
that's right.
So they're only gonna etch the parts that are shiny, and the blue prevents the etching.
Yeah.
Is that right?
韩总只是这一部分腐蚀吗？Oh, so this is to develop this the content.
Yeah,
So
right.
so you will see this part being designed.
So the
Yep.
shiny part will
The
get
shiny
etched, right? Will
这
get
一部分
removed,
就是被清掉了是吧？
and the blue part will stay.
对吧？蓝色这一部分就是留下的。
对
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right.
Okay. So this machine is putting the blue on.
Blue oil.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the whole board.
Yeah.
Not just the design, but everywhere.
Yeah, the whole
Everywhere.
Yeah,
Okay,
everywhere.
so they spread blue on it everywhere, and then they
Yeah.
run it through a dryer.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we need to remove it where the shiny part is for the design.
So the whole plate will be blue, and
Yep.
then then we go to the next step.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, let's go see.
Okay.
This is a really serious operation here.
So that's the result product.
Yep.
From the last step.
Right, okay, so
Yep.
this is just, it's covered everywhere.
Yep.
And now we're exposing it with the films.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. This is our boards
Yep.
right here. Awesome. So which ones are done? We can't really even see the design
Yes,
yet.
you can't see it.
It's just
but it's on it.
exposed.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
Just
okay.
exposed.
And it looks like the purple light in here, that's UV light. Is that
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So
Basically, they want to make sure there's no bubbles in. It's completely flat, and everything will be transferred onto that. Yeah.
and so they want to get the design, the films really, really flat against
Yes.
the board so that the exposure's
That's
crisp.
right. Next step is to actually develop the image.
Develop it.
Yeah.
Okay. We were on the other side of the wall, and
Yep.
they're feeding in boards into this machine from the other side.
right, that's right.
That were exposed.
Yep. And then
And then what's this doing?
you're going through this develop process. Develop.
Yeah.
So this is a developer.
Got it.
They're coming out with this design. So basically, you see this blue plate, right?
Yeah.
And then once going through this process, you will see the design.
Got it.
Review.
So it's taking off the parts that were not exposed.
Yep.
The parts that were black in the film are then getting removed.
Yep.
Got it. This is exactly like the PCB process.
Okay.
The same thing as etching the copper on a PCB.
Yep.
So, so if you guys want to see more about that process, go watch the video we did at JLC PCB reviewing the whole process of making a 4-layer PCB. This is one stage in that.
Oh, come.
Oh, there we go.
Come.
All right. Those look cool. And they got full sides.
This is quality control, right?
Yeah.
So they check this whole exposure process.
Yeah.
Once they finish, you can see this image, right?
Yeah.
And there is some part to off, like
Right,
the
there's some- yeah,
oil is
just-
off.
yeah.
So they have to put this white something ink or something to put on there.
So they're
to
just
prevent-
touching it up by hand.
Yeah.
That
Retouching.
works
yeah.
out well. They don't have to redo it.
So I think that the machine is currently running like to cut through this like each screw.
Yeah.
I mean the metal.
To go all the way through to make holes.
all the way through. That's the second process now.
Yep.
So it takes longer, half an hour. So they are trying to speed up the machine 4 hours. So we have to wait.
Okay.
So they will speed up our process because our process is only halfway through.
So they
it's
don't want to
easy.
run it as long.
It's faster. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So but the second one will take longer.
Got it,
So they have
okay.
to run through
Right.
the whole metal.
So it
yeah.
needs to be in the etching solution,
Yes.
the chemical
Yeah.
longer.
Yes. So there's a very smell.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's
No
okay.
problem.
Okay.
All right, that was the last board into the machine. Let's go see the mid-process here. So they should come through here next. All right. Very cool.
They do both sides at the same time.
Right, yeah. Right.
So
Yeah, because they expose both sides at the same
that's
time.
cool, eh?
All right, let's see what's next here.
So they are trying to dry it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's been etched, washed, so it's wet,
Yep.
and now we're just drying
Dry
off
it,
the water.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Okay. Next step is to etch this names.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think they have to repeat this process after they have done one etching process.
Yep.
So everything is like lower one, like halfway through, right?
Yeah.
So in order to cut this through, they have to come back to reapply, and then go through the whole. Yeah.
They etch it. They
Again,
don't cut it.
Yeah, they don't cut it.
Okay, so here,
Yeah.
this is we're covering up the parts that
That's
we
right.
only want etched,
Yep.
but that we don't want cut.
He's applying the oil now and manually. So that part is like full blown oil
Right.
applied.
And they right. Okay.
This
and
part
so
is
this is
like-
like a silk screen
Yeah.
process.
I think he mentioned in the beginning.
Yeah.
The laser process is like cutting is pretty expensive and only one by one, so it's time consuming and expensive to run. So they have to do it. They do it this way. It's easier and you can do the whole plate.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
Okay,
go see
let's
it.
go.
You never know how things are truly done until you come out to the factory. I really want to see lasers. Honestly, that's why I did the entire video, just because of the laser.
No, they can't do it now.
Can't do it now. Oh, okay.
They can't wait because half an hour they are
Yeah.
gone for lunch.
I
So-
understand. Yeah, look at that. That is pretty awesome. We just came back from lunch, and these are gonna turn out super cool. There's still some more steps to be done here, but that's super cool, all etched out. Very, very cool.
So to peel it off, they have to polish the side because
Yep.
all those part might hurt your
Yep.
hands. So have to polish this the edge
Yep.
so we can.
Yeah, so they're just punching them out basically. So yeah, there's little like bumps on the side where the tear-offs are.
Yeah.
So they're just grinding them off here.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, as a whole stack.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a lot faster than what I thought. Not one by one. We got business cards to make here. Now we're going to see painting?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, that's the color set they are using.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
which they can guarantee you get this color.
And so this is
Right?
again just straight up silk screening. We are just literally putting paint on with silk
Yes.
screens, like you would any other silk screening process.
Yeah. For each color you add on top,
Yeah.
they have to repeat this process again.
Right.
So she put the paint on, and then outside is cleaning off the exceeding part, and then they go in for the how do you call it,
Yeah.
like heating part,
Yeah.
and then they dry it.
Yeah.
Once it's dry, they have to come back for second color.
Yeah.
So the more color you add, the more labor they have to.
I heard him say mafan, which,
Yeah.
which is Chinese for trouble.
Yeah,
So,
probably there's a
yeah. More colors,
Probably,
more
yes.
trouble.
Yeah.
Got it.
So that's why they have to charge extra for each color.
What is the most colors they've had on a single card?
Oh, so more than 10 something?
More than 10?
Yeah.
Okay. But not
More
100.
than 10, not 100. Yeah, this is our printing. So
Yeah.
you can see the print is like on top of this plate,
Yep.
right? So there's more print like exceed the
Yeah.
surface. So what they're doing is they're trying to use this alcohol to remove the exceeding part. So once they removed it, so this is much more clear. See that?
Got it. So they're removing the black paint everywhere that's not etched,
Yes.
so that they print slightly outside of the etched area. And
Yep.
then it looks like probably alcohol.
Yep.
They're using
Alcohol to
rub off?
remove the painting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. I recognize these machines. These are the fiber lasers, same exact machines they use in the cell phone markets to cut iPhone backs.
Ah, yes.
To mark iPhone backs and cut and all the other things they do. It looks like this here, they've got a black card that then they're etching the black surface off of, is that right?
Yep.
And so they're not cutting, they're just etching.
Yes. There is a machine, laser cutting, cuts through.
Yeah.
And downstairs.
Oh.
But this is it's too dangerous.
Too dangerous.
Yeah, way more powerful than that.
Yeah.
It cuts through the. See,
Like this.
that's the laser cut.
Oh, that's cool.
So thick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So this is like a bottle
This is so
opener
thick,
that's cut.
so
yeah.
aging process doesn't actually do this job.
Oh,
You can't
okay.
complete this job.
That makes sense.
And it's more efficient,
Yeah.
quicker. See,
Yep.
if you're doing it one by one, it takes a long time.
Yeah,
and
it does. Yeah.
This is including a lot of manual process.
Yeah.
This is packaging.
Awesome. Oh, so she's putting each one in a little plastic sleeve,
yes.
so they don't get scratched.
That's right.
So these get packaged up and then
Yep.
they get mailed out
Yep.
all over the world, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Today we have seen major, in fact, right in front of us off camera, we're not
Yeah.
going to show what it is,
Yeah.
but a major brand that you all have definitely heard of. We've been asked not to show it, but we've seen, I don't know, a handful of major brands today. So there's They're doing some really serious customers here. Well, Mr. Tong, thank you so much for showing us your factory and for making these cards. And you guys have an incredible operation here. So thank you very much. 谢谢你. And Tony, thank you for translating. And if you guys want to order your own business cards, Mr. Tong and his factory, they have it's an Alibaba store, right?
他就是说你们有一个阿里巴巴的那个网店是吧
Okay,
Yep,
so we're going to put a
Alibaba
link to
store.
that down in the description. They're not sponsoring this video or anything, but I'm super impressed by what we've seen today. They're making really nice cards. So if you want your own, check out that link in the bottom. All right, we finally got cards in the mail, finished, supposedly. I want to see how they look. Oh, I'm so excited. We've been waiting on these all week. Oh God, they're heavy. Okay. Oh, okay. So there are 3 versions, some that have personal contact details on them here. Those are my personal ones. And okay, these. Oh, they look really good. Ooh. Yeah. Those feel pretty good. Could be a little thicker, but those look pretty awesome. And the etching looks really good, and the cutout letters look good, and then the painting on the QR code, that's pretty sweet. Awesome. Well, that about does it for this time. I'm Scotty from Strange Parts. If you enjoyed this factory adventure, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot more of these coming up. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'll be in the US in July and the first part of August for VidCon and LTX and DEF CON. If you see me there, definitely come over and say hi. I'll have stickers and business cards.